Hello,
Hello, how are
how
you?
are you?
I'm good.
Good. My name is Darrell. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, in Western United States. I'm 67 years old, married, and retired from my work.
And what did you do before for a living?
Many years ago, I taught elementary school. I taught sixth grade and fifth grade, so I have a basic basis in education, you can say, and in teaching. But I actually retired from Walmart retail stores, multi-billion-dollar retail chain.
Nice.
Yeah, um, they are a mass retailer that's discount. They offer some of the lowest prices on goods in the country, both groceries and general merchandise.
So
Um,
you so you left teaching to go for retailing?
well, yeah, but the teaching was way back in the past. I did other things in between, but my last
Yeah.
years, I worked for about 13 years for Walmart and retired from there. I
Oh.
started as a part-time cashier, and when I left, I was a salaried manager. And
Mm,
so it's given me a lot of different experiences, and
great,
it helped
of
me to
course.
be good in merchandising and dealing with people, both customers as well as they call their employees associates, because if they help hold costs by making sure that there's not slippery floors like from water or detergent, liquid detergent or whatever, but they guard those spills until someone comes and cleans it up. If they try to work safely so that there aren't employee injuries, if they help control costs, then the company takes a portion of their profits and they give it to the associates in
Employees,
a
yeah.
yearly bonus. Yeah. So
That's
it's like
good.
they have interest in the company, so they call them associates.
It
I
seems
had
that you
years,
love your job.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you want to help the company do well,
I can see
because if
that you are
there's,
talking with passion about that.
yeah, if there is an accident, if there's like an employee accident, an injury, and you have to pay for doctors and medical costs, if a customer slips and falls and has to go to the doctor and has injuries, all of those costs come off the profit line, right off the
Mm.
profit. Yeah, right off the
But
profit.
I guess you should have an insurance, right?
Well, they do. They do have insurance, but they're self-insured. So it only kicks in if the cost is over a certain amount. Otherwise, the local store absorbs the cost. And
Some
so,
kind of nice policy there.
yeah. So the
I
point
love this
is,
way. It's new for
yeah,
me to know about this.
yeah. Well, so one store can get a bonus because they helped the company be successful, and at another store that didn't help the company be successful, it may be
Yeah.
they don't get a bonus because
Mm.
their profits were too low.
Yeah.
To
They are
warrant
not
to
doing
merit
well.
a,
Yeah.
yeah, right, not doing as well as they ought to. Their profit wasn't high enough, so it it doesn't penalize the people at this store, because the people at this
Penalize.
store, penalize
Uh,
means it doesn't hurt these people. This
yeah.
this manager here says you don't get a bonus
Uh,
because this people over at this store did a bad job.
yeah. I
No,
just want to know. Can you give me the pronunciation of this word, penalize?
I'm gonna spell it for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Penalize. That's the first
Penalize.
time to see this word. Yeah.
Right.
Penalize.
Like, for example, if you're watching a NBA basketball game, okay,
Mm.
and somebody hits
By the
another
way,
player,
yeah. NBA just in America, I guess. It's not around here.
National Basketball Association.
National Basketball Association. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the pro basketball players.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. I know.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so if one player fouls another player, okay,
Yeah.
he gets a penalty. The referee penalizes him. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Penalize.
that's this word. It's a form of the word is penalty. All right.
Penalty. Yeah, I know penalty. I watch football. I guess it's not in USA called football. It's what? Soccer?
Soccer. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yellow card.
yellow card, red card.
Red
Is it
card, yellow card.
penalized?
In soccer, in football.
He penalized the player.
Yeah, right. And in hockey, are you familiar with hockey?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's played on ice.
Yeah. If a guy does a bad thing, they put him in the booth. Yeah. Or he takes the stick and hits him. Then,
yeah, I can see they are fighting all the time. They are not going to play hockey. They are just going inside to hit each other.
I don't like that. Okay. Anyway,
you have also another game, football, American football. It's also about getting the ball, running through the field,
and tackling.
And they are hitting each other. Yeah, shoulders. Yeah. Oh, it's tough.
I
don't know how.
I like American football, but
it's amazing. It's all about strategy, techniques. I love the way, but I'm just wondering how do all these people survive and still alive through all this game? If I just take one punch, one hit, one shoulder, I just maybe sit in the hospital for a week, and they are doing all this fight through the game. Wow,
you know, I'm going to shift gears a minute. There is an author whose name is David Baldacci. And he writes fictional murder mysteries. And in one of his series of books, it's about a guy named Amos Dekker. The series is called Amos Dekker. It's called Memory Man. It's the first book. Yeah.
I'll serve for the book.
I have read it with some students who are very good in English but want to improve, because authors have to write at a higher level of vocabulary. So you always learn new words. Anyway, Amos Dekker played American football in high school and then college. And while he wasn't great, he worked to get a position on an NFL team, National Football League, the pro football. And in the very first play, in the very first game he was in, he was running down the field, and this guy comes from this angle, hits him, he blindsides him. In other words, Amos doesn't know the hit's coming. That's what blindside means. It's like if you had somebody who come up behind
you. Blind spot for you. Yeah,
hit you like that. You're not expecting it. You don't even know he's there. He blindsides you. Okay? Only this was a blindside. In other words, he comes from your blind side. You don't see it.
It's kind of a blind spot for you.
Right, exactly. And so people can do that verbally as well. You think someone's your friend, and in a meeting, they say something that puts you down, that is critical of you, maybe of something you told them privately. But they want to make you look bad, so they look good. And so they say this, you're not expecting it, they blindside you.
It's like you are reminding me of an idiom. It's called stab in the back.
Exactly. Yeah, but because this is a friend, you don't expect it from him. He blindsides you with it. Yeah. Okay. So it can be a verbal blindside as well as physical. Well, this was physical, and when he hit the ground, he hit his head really badly.
Ooh.
Yes, it did brain damage, and he died on the field. The medical term,
David
Baldacci's character, Amos Dekker. Yes, he died on the field. The emergency team came out, and they start working on him. They get his heart started again, but it quits.
They do what?
They're resuscitating him. CPR.
Yeah, CPR.
Right. So they're working on him, and they get his heart started, but shortly it quits. And so they work on him some more. They get it going again. And obviously, if the heart stops bleeding, no longer is blood circulating in the brain. Okay. So they get
brain
it going.
Is still alive, even if the heart is
right. So they get his heart started again, and they get him stabilized. That is, it keeps beating. So they rush him to the hospital. He's in a coma for some time. Okay. Now, this guy was not a great student in school. He made C's, maybe occasional B. He didn't like to study. It was hard for him to memorize. You know what I'm saying? He was an average student. When he woke up, he realized he was different. He had a perfect memory. He could forget nothing. Before, there was something strange happened. And he would see thoughts and ideas in colors. Like death, he saw it in blue. And if he read a book and you asked him on this page, this paragraph, what does it say? It was like a DVR in his mind. He could flip the pages, go to that
kind of a photographer memory.
Exactly. It's a murder mystery because his family was killed, murdered, and the police can't find any suspects. And it looks like if the murders are going to be solved, he's going to have to do it because he's a detective.
Before we leave,
yes.
Before we leave, can I upload this to on YouTube? And of course, I will talk to you again.
Okay, no problem.
Finish this story.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.